Okay, guys, so we have a old wig revamp that I'm doing, and we're actually changing out the closure. So I already took the closure off. It's like a 4x4 closure. We're gonna replace it with the 5x5 closure. So that is what I'm gonna show you today. I was about to start and I was like, you know what? Let me record this. So here we go. First of all, a 4x4 is smaller than a 5x5. All right, we know that. It's very much apparent. But we can't just sit a 5x5 in the place of a 4x4 because it's not going to sit correctly. It's going to be sitting over the hair. It's going to be too wide, all of the things. So we have to adjust our wig so that it will fit the amount of space for a 5x5. So let's see if I can get this right. I've done this several times, and so we're about to do it right now. I am working in my lap because it's a lot easier for me to hold the cap in my lap. So I am actually going to take this last row right here. I'm going to take this out because I think if I take this out, I'm giving more space for the 5x5 closure to fit. And this method would go the same if it was like a 6x6. You just got to remove some of those rows at the top so that you're given the space for, the space to put the new sized lace in without having to take the entire wig apart. This works for custom wigs such as this one, as well as vendor made wigs. This method works for this as well if you wanted to change the closure. The only one that, or maybe 2x6 closures, you would probably have to take it all the way loose, and frontals to change for a closure. I know people was asking me that, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you gotta take it loose. So I hope this is not trying to like focus. I might put it on regular video because I think it is. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I haven't done anything anyway, so don't come for me in the comment section if you can't see. I'm sorry. Maybe you can find another video that you can see, because I get that a lot too. When I'm trying to work, I'm really just working. Luckily I found this time to go ahead and turn the camera on, because I be jamming to my music and I just be, vibing and working. So we are removing this closure. Very easy. We already moved the closure. This is just the track. And I'm just using this little seam ripper. Try not to cut the lace, but it's okay if I get a couple of holes in the lace, because we're probably going to end up cutting that lace out anyway when we put our new lace piece in. Now, what I always recommend is make sure that you have your closure or your wig pinned down completely, including these extra like pins to hold it in place from like shifting and moving. So securely pin the wig down and then, just remove it as such. Okay, so we have our track out. Now, depending on how many tracks you take out, we don't want the wig to look thin. So you can always go in and place this track in a different position somewhere else in between, so that you still keep the fullness of the wig, since we did remove from the top. All right, so now we're going to put that to the side. We'll remove that later. Now I'm just going to pin my closure down and see how we get it. Now for this, it'll be a little fight, okay? This is not something that's easy. This is not something that, is very beginner friendly, but we're gonna work our way and we're gonna get it. All right, so let's see. I'm always up for a challenge. I love to challenge myself to do different things. So first thing is I am pinning the front part of the closure, and then we'll fight with the back. All right, we got the front in. Nice. Now, I need some more pins. Now let's fight with the back and see what we get. I need some more pins? Oh, here's one. Don't you hate that when your pins fall? All my pins are, I don't want to take these out. Hold on. Okay, hopefully I'm back in frame. I do have the front pinned, so now we're gonna work on this back and see if we can get it. Ooh, look at here, it's gonna really do really well. So, and all we did was remove one row. If it was still overlapping too much, we would maybe remove another row, or we'll shift this like I'm about to do in a second. So, I want it to be flat on all sides again, right? As close as possible. So I'm gonna move, you see what I did? I moved my pins back just a little bit to move my closure back just so that it will fit even better. So I'm shifting the wig just slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, I'm gonna work in the corners first. Let's get all the hair out the way. We will pin this out the way. So I got the back corner, but now I need to get this other back corner. And I always go at a diagonal angle. So when I'm looking from the back, I go with angles like this to try to get it as flat on the sides and flat along the back. So I'm gonna take another pin. I'm gonna grab the angle. And let's see, we got it flat along the back, but it's not flat enough on the side, I should say. Oh, child, let me get in the camera. I'm telling y'all, please don't beat me up. All right, I'm shifting it back a little bit. Going back to this corner again. I ain't have to do too much fighting, which is good. Now let's see what we got. We got the back nice and flat. We have the side nice and flat. We're not worried about that because when I hand stitch it up, I'll stitch that together. And the same with this side, I'll stitch that up together. So for the most part, I was able to get this closure in place. Child, with only 4 pins. So from here, I'm going to hand stitch this down and I will come back and show y'all what it looked like. And I'm not making any more adjustments. I'm gonna leave it as is. But basically the concept is just for you to take out rows along the top until your closure of a different size fits into the place at the top. And then you can put those tracks in different areas of the wig to fill it back out. I hope that makes sense. Let's get this thing sewed down. Alexa, pause. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, we have this 5x5 frontal, 5x5 closure in place, stitched down perfectly. Oh my gosh. I knew I could do it. You know, it's a mind thing. And so now this wig is now a 5x5 closure. And the only thing I will have to do is, like I said, I can go in, maybe add that row that we took out, and I could like put it up in here, you know, just put it somewhere. And I'll do that on the sewing machine. I am going to reinforce the closure on the sewing machine, and I'll put these pieces in. And yeah, that is all. Let me know in the comments if you try it, if you thought this was easy. And yeah, that's all, y'all. Thanks for watching.